Pregame.com.
Welcome back to Pregame.tv. Ted Savransky, Teddy Covers, joined here by Steve Fezzik. And we've got a play for Friday night in the NBA. A little bit of look-ahead action, but this is a spot that really stood out to you.
Yeah, I was looking at the Memphis Grizzlies, and obviously a lot of people felt they were a contender. And then reality has set in a little bit.
Wait, a lot of people thought they were the number 2 seed in the West for a long time.
It's not like the number 2 seed in the West right now. Houston's lost against Toronto, but most people now have relegated Memphis to not quite ready for prime time after they played the 3 best teams in the NBA.
They got waxed.
They got slapped around by the Spurs. They got creamed by Golden State, and they got crushed by the Cavs. And I mean, so much so that they waved the white flag at home in both those games where they go into the fourth quarter, they're down 20 plus. Okay, maybe Memphis isn't going to win the NBA title, but they're still clearly a top 7 team in the NBA.
No question.
They play Sacramento. Okay, I know the big guy was out for Sacramento. They righted the ship. They won by 14. Now they got 4 days off. This embarrassment that they had, including getting slapped around twice in home games. Gotta feel, even though Oklahoma City, I don't have power rated that high, they've been playing very well with Westbrook, and it's the name. There's still the name that they're a contending team. Memphis would love to run out a contender after what just happened to them against the real contenders. I think it's a circle the wagons game for Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. And I mean, the Grizzlies had, did we call any of these games against Cleveland or Golden State or San Antonio a circle the wagons game? They had their chance against the
marquee games.
Yeah, but they got slapped around pretty badly in all 3. Now, again, back home with a chance to take on a team. And I was very, very high on Oklahoma City coming out of the All-Star break. And the Thunder made my clients and I a bunch of money when they went on an extended quality run of quality basketball. That hasn't been the case in recent weeks. It hasn't been the case since Durant got shut down. Westbrook has tried to do too much.
Still playing very well.
Westbrook's playing great.
Compared to what I expected.
He's very, very difficult to stop. And he's very, very difficult to stop during crunch time in a close game. That gives Oklahoma City an edge. But Memphis defensively is a different animal.
And the big bodies of Oklahoma City, Cantor and Steven Adams, are they're really trying hard. But when they go up against those Memphis bigs, that's going to neutralize them.
Sure. My only concern here is the health of Mike Conley, because Conley at 100% has the potential to keep Westbrook in front of him for extended stretches. You're not going to do it all game, but the potential to keep him in front of him. But there have been a lot of reports coming out of Memphis that Conley is really banged up. The 4 days should do nothing to help him and will certainly make your cause. And, of course, the point spread here likely to be fairly reasonable. We're recording this a couple of days before game time. We anticipate the spread to come in the -6 range, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around.
Yeah. So, and you think that is a reasonable price to lay. Why don't you make it official for us,
Let
Fez?
me do it.
Drama.
To the NBA we go. Memphis Grizzlies. We know this team every year. They almost get it done. Not quite. They're not quite good enough. They hold up the towels. We don't bluff. We don't bluff. You know what, Memphis? Newsflash. You want to be a good poker player, you better bluff every now and then. But you don't need to bluff here because you are the much better team, and the perception you have is that Oklahoma City is a contender, and they aren't. You are the better team in a great spot. You got slapped around by the NBA's elite. Enough is enough. It's time for Marc Gasol and company to go ahead and Zach Randolph and show that you got the better big men inside and just take command of this game. We're on Memphis, probably, like I said, -6, -6.5, as Teddy said, as an official free play best bet.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Pregame.tv. We'll be back again next week with more videos, free plays, analysis, and thoughts from a Las Vegas perspective right here on Pregame.tv.